Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's your boy Jay Taylor, Voices for the Voiceless. Peace and blessings, everybody. Hope everybody enjoying their Thursday evening or whenever this video reaches you. Had a long day. I'm kind of sleepy, but I thought it was imperative to get this message off my chest why it's fresh on my mind. You know, um, we've been covering the situation with Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony. And today was a very interesting day. The first day that the parents of Carmelo came out to speak at a press conference, and unbeknownst to them, the father of Austin Metcalf popped up, you know, unannounced, which to me they end up making the guy move around. It's a guy, some guy named Alexander or something like that. That's like their representative or publicist or something like that. And I think it was really his call to make the father move around. To me, I thought that was disingenuous. I thought it was cowardly. I thought that the father of Austin Metcalf and the father of Carmelo Anthony should have a conversation at some point. I really do. I really do think that they should have some type of dialogue, man. You know, the father of Austin coming through is one of those things where I would have pulled up to a press conference, not on no BS. You know what I'm saying? But just to have a conversation. I think I think it was nothing wrong with that, man. And I think the dude, Alexander, the publicist dude or whatever he got going on, he really, dropped the ball. That was an opportunity for the parents to set the example. You know what I'm saying? Especially the men. Carmelo has a father. Austin has a father. You know what I'm saying? And that would have been dope to see the father and the mother offer their condolences. Like, listen, I know you didn't have nothing to do with that. And Austin's father came out on several occasions and expressed his hurt for the other side of and gave his forgiveness, because both families going through right now. You know what I'm saying? So as the title says, after the smoke clears, the families of Austin and Karmelo suffers. And all you race baiters out there, all you people, and I got a chance to really hear Carmelo's mother speak, and she seems like a lovely lady. And the father seems like a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? They seem like they decent people. But all you race baiters out there with these platforms, all of you have created this atmosphere of hate that's making it even that much more difficult. You guys have created an atmosphere of racial and political controversy. You have created this dialogue that's going on social media. I'm not even blaming mainstream media for this. It's you niggas on all these platforms with projecting your trauma, your racial trauma on this situation. These two kids that got into this altercation, and at the end of the day, you ain't gonna do a day in jail. If Carmelo Anthony has to go to prison, you ain't gonna do a day in jail for that boy. Austin Metcalf, you can't go back and comfort his father. You could never give that man back his son. Hunter, you can never get him back his twin brother. If Karmelo got to go to jail for X amount of years, you're not gonna be able to comfort that family. But you get online every day and you sit up here and you spew hatred on your platform. You try to dig up this man's background, Jeff McClav. When he came out and said, listen, I told everybody, man, don't try to make this no racial situation. But you niggas insisted on trying to make this something that it's not. So much so that I think that played a part in why they felt uncomfortable when Jeff McClav came to the press conference. But let's bring it back a little bit. When the father told y'all from day one, before y'all got started, he told y'all, don't make this no racial situation. Don't politicize this. But what you niggas do? You can have your opinion, but you racialize this situation. Irresponsible. Man, let's roll this clip, man. You niggas ain't shit.
And I always have Austin.
I know that the last day has just been gut-wrenching for you and your family. You've spoken, obviously, to a couple of other outlets. I know Hunter's leaving. Do you need to say goodbye? Or?
No, I told him we're good.
Okay. We haven't really had a chance to talk to you about this. You had mentioned a few times that you had forgiven the suspect for what
correct.
He did.
I do.
But we just informed you about these documents. And
that doesn't change anything. Okay. This has to do with me and God. God teaches us in the Bible. He talks about forgiveness. He also talks about revenge. Not for me to seek. God will take care of it. Karma, I believe in it. It's very unfortunate that this other child decided to make a bad choice that's going to affect him for the rest of his life.
Now keep in mind what he just said. You think that man right here, the father, do you think that man was coming up to that press conference for anything other than being a father that is grieving his child? You think he came up there for some nonsense? He already said, man, revenge not for me. He a God-fearing man. I forgive this child already. You see the empathy that he had, but you niggas ain't got no empathy for a child that lost his life 17 years old in this family. You went on YouTube, you went on Instagram, you went on all these platforms, Twitch, Facebook, spewing hatred on some racial stuff that ain't even had nothing to do with these kids. They come from a multicultural background in this community. They wasn't even tripping about no racial shit, but y'all had to bring up other situations. You had to bring up George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, and this ain't have nothing to do with none of that. But you created this atmosphere for these families to feel uncomfortable around each other when they should be trying to extend the olive branch because both families are hurting. Let's continue. But you don't care. Y'all just about clicks of view.
I have compassion for every human being. This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this. I don't appreciate some of the remarks I've seen online that people say there was this fight and they don't know. They weren't there. I know the truth. So unless you were there, unless you saw it, don't spread gossip.
Just to ask you
gossiping ass.
This one question, like I had mentioned, the self-defense argument made by the suspect. What's your reaction to that if that's used in court or used?
Yeah. As a defense attorney, they're going to try every avenue. That's their job. The truth will come out. There were too many people that were there that saw what happened. My own son told me what happened. There was never a punch even thrown. So I don't care. There was never a phone broken. We've never had contact with this individual ever. So unless you were there, I don't appreciate all the gossip and all the mistruths that people are speaking at this moment.
Is that?
And that's bottom line. Point blank, period. Point blank, point blank, period, bro. You don't get no much clearer than that, man. It don't get no much clearer than that, bro. You said I ain't tripping, man. The truth gonna come out, but at the same time, I got empathy for everybody. That man ain't no BS. But like I said, they had a press conference today with the parents of Carmelo Anthony for the first time. And unfortunately, I thought it was a perfect opportunity for the two families, at least the father and the mother and the father on both ends, could at least start some type of dialogue. I think it was a missed opportunity. We got to heal this world. We got to find a way to coexist, man. All this hatred going on, people all over social media with their opinion. Let this play out in court. These are two children. We may have our opinions of the situation, but after the smoke clears, the families of Austin and Karmelo suffer. See, what y'all have created is a racial dynamic that's like a powder puff in America. It's just waiting to explode at any moment with the right amount of sparks and combustion. When you create an atmosphere like that, is very dangerous. And a lot of you niggas that get on y'all platform and spew this rhetoric that don't have nothing to do with this situation in a state like Texas, when this don't have nothing to do with race, y'all made it like this, man. Y'all made it like this. But I'm gonna roll the clip of what actually happened. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, the father pulled up to the press conference. Let's see. Yeah, let's roll this one.
Now to new developments on that deadly stabbing in Frisco. The suspect's family, for the first time, called a news conference to reject some rumors circulating online. Reporter Jobin Paniker says it all changed when the victim's father walked in.
Well, this is such a tragic case, and it is sad all around, but it's also had its share of surprises. And what happened this morning is no different. We were all waiting to hear the Anthony family talk for the first time on the record. It was supposed to start at 11. 10 minutes turned into 20, then 30. The reason? Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf, had walked in.
Who was not invited, he knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family.
This dude right here. This dude right here. Out of line. He the representative of whatever his position is for the family. That's Carmelo's dad behind him. You can't see the mother right there. But out of line. This would have been a perfect opportunity to offer condolences. For several reasons, I think that this right here was a missed opportunity. Because see, right here, you could have been like, hold on, before, hey, that's a grieving dad. That's a grieving father. First and foremost, sir, I offer my condolences for your loss as a man. If you want to hang around, long as it's no drama, you're free to do so. Be a man, nigga. You gonna make this man get up out of there? Call the police on him? Really? But see, the irony in this is the fact that this what y'all defense is. Somebody say, oh, you don't belong here. This open to the public. As long as Carmelo himself is not there, what difference does it make? The father know you ain't had nothing to do with the situation. So he ain't coming up there seeking revenge on y'all. This man obviously is grieving his son. Came up there as a man by himself not making no disruptions. Perfect opportunity missed. But what do? Have him removed. And listening to the mother, and we're going to roll that clip in a little bit, listening to the mother speak, I think that I'm going to get to my point of this as far as when the smoke clears, both the families of Austin and Karmelo suffers. Let's continue.
But he did it.
Carmelo Anthony is charged with murder in his son's death at a track meet in Frisco on April 2nd. Jeff Metcalf said nothing. He just stood and waited. The group hosting this told him to leave or they'd call Dallas police. The group's founder, Dominique Alexander, made this statement.
Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son.
Jeff,
what? Hold fast, bro. How was he a disrespect to the dignity of his son coming to a press conference? I'm pretty sure he like, man, this our golden opportunity to have a conversation. But you call the police, the Dallas police right here kicking the man out. He ain't caused no disruption. What you kicking him out for? I mean, my God.
Jeff Metcalf was escorted out by DPD before the family arrived to speak. Ultimately, it was not a court order that made him leave, but because the owner of the building said he was trespassing. Metcalf shook hands with officers and then left. This press conference was about hearing from Carmelo's mom, Kayla Hayes, and we finally did.
We believe in legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you.
The family says they've endured.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, and these parents are young, man. You can look at them. You know what I'm saying? They seem like decent people, man. Reasonable people. You know? And she said, man, to the family, I offer my condolences. The father said in the beginning of this video, I offer my empathy for what y'all about to go through. But all you niggas with your projection on the internet made this way more difficult and uncomfortable for everybody by spewing this rhetoric day in and day out, using this for your talking points, using this. Man, I kept telling people, man, this ain't got nothing to do with no race, man. These people wasn't tripping on that. But wait till you hear what this family been going through. Now, we already know what the Metcalf family been going through. Wait till you hear what this mother got to say, man. And let me say this for the record. When they said to Jeff Metcalf, hey, bro, you got to go for whatever reason. Jeff Metcalf said, all right, police escorted him out. That's what you do. You don't turn around and stab nobody in the heart because somebody asked you to leave. Just get up and leave. But it's unfortunate that he had to leave, man. Opportunity missed for closure. But I think, man, God is good. And eventually they'll have another opportunity. Because what happened between Austin and Karmelo didn't have nothing to do with the family. It didn't have nothing to do with the family, man. So there's no reason for them to be at odds with each other. Unfortunately, the court had to play his this video ain't about that. We ain't talking about who innocent, who guilty, none of that. This is strictly, my heart going out to the family and showing y'all why y'all rhetoric on this YouTube and these platforms with this hatred and this vitriol and fanning the flames. We all responsible for, as a human community to get away from that, man. But man, this Dominique Alexandra dude, whatever his name is, man, this dude here is crazy. The stuff that he was saying, man, I'm gonna roll that clip right quick too, man, because this dude here, man, just like, you know, I don't know, man, where they found this dude, man. I'm gonna let him rock out for a little bit.
I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note that I can tell America. What we seen at the beginning of this press conference, the father being at this press conference, these are my words, don't quote anybody, is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked.
Bro, you could have kept all that. You could have kept all that. We kept our opinion and all that, bro. You could have kept all that, bro. Your fake ass Martin Luther King Jr. looking ass out of here, bro. You could have kept all that, man. We kept our opinion. We denounced your death. It's like, listen, you ain't no man, bro. If you a representative, what you would have did was find a way. Cause see, all this gonna flash back in your face, man. That wasn't how you handle that. You was supposed to find a calm medium, like, oh, how you doing, sir? Walked over to that man, shook his hand, talked to him like a man. But y'all chicken shit with you. I ain't gonna put it on them parents in the back. You right here, the damn Martin Luther King Jr. looking nigga. You are the nigga that made this decision. You probably told them, hey, I got this. I'm gonna speak, and then you gonna say, yeah, put it on me. That's about the most stand-up shit you done said since you started talking. Because I'm pretty sure them parents, I seen the dad over there shaking his head like, I don't know, man. I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? But to sit up there and then throw some shots at this man after you done got him kicked out, they need to fire your ass, man.
We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf.
See, you see this shit? Oh my God. Now you did not share the information that you got about Austin. Now you throwing shots at the man's son, like you got some dirt on his son. You messy as hell. Look at the parents in the background. They're like, nigga, what is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, they need to get this dude fired, man. They need to get the dude fired. The parents looking confused, like, what the fuck is this shit? They listen.
Because we respect the dignity of life and loss. And as a minister, I would not attack a grieving family, even if I disagree with them. When I have stood before this podium for people who have died at the hands of law enforcement, I have asked for that same manner of respect. And even when the shoe is on the other foot, I will not do that. And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited. He knows that is inappropriate to.
No. What's inappropriate if Karmelo was there? Karmelo not there. The parents are there. Ain't nothing inappropriate about him coming to a dang on press conference. It's free to the public. Long as the perpetrator that did something to his child ain't there, that would have been messed up if Karmelo was there. But the parents are here. What's wrong with you? I mean, and then you throwing shots when the man left. You was a coward. You should have said something to that man when he was standing in your face. All this talk you got going on. And at the end of the day, after the smoke clears, the families of Austin and Karmelo suffers, man. I don't even want to hear no more from this dude. I want to get to the mama part, because when the mama speak, you know, this is going to bring it home. Let's skip. Y'all, if y'all want to see this, y'all could, catch it. It's all over the place. I can't with this guy.
And it has taken her a lot of strength, y'all, to come and do this today. And I want you guys to respect her as she read this, and giving her the respect that she deserves, y'all.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Karmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas, searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband works hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about.
Facts. They didn't do anything. This family, make no mistake, has absolutely nothing to do with the decision that her son made that fateful morning, right? But their family is being attacked, being threatened. After the smoke clears, smoke symbolizing all you niggas on the internet fanning the flames of racism rhetoric. All you niggas on the internet that's trying to pin one family against the other family. All you niggas on the internet with y'all irresponsibility. Want to talk about, want to make it this, want to do that, want to look. But if you wouldn't even care if both these kids were black. But you have created an atmosphere where people are now in their feelings. Y'all ain't finna go over there and protect this family that's being threatened. Y'all ain't finna go over there and do security for them when they trying to go back and forth from work and school. Y'all ain't finna do none of that. But you sit on the internet, you disrespectful to the man's father, you disrespectful to Austin, you disrespectful to Karmelo. Y'all have created this atmosphere. Like I said, racism is like a powder puff waiting to explode. Any little spark. And the families are going to see that's all the smoke. But the families got to deal with the repercussion of the shit. That's the difference. That's the difference right there. Let's go.
The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what might happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home are
Oh man, I'm muted. Sorry about that. But like I said, I've never cared about how they spend their money or how much they got donated to. If you do, if you don't, that don't matter. But see, all this rhetoric around this situation, putting the spotlight on it, you know what I'm saying? Since y'all made it a racial thing, now all of a sudden you got people running around here talking about they buying these houses and these cars and all this old stuff. She about to address it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. George Zimmerman raised 2 million, whatever million. All these other people raised all these millions of dollars. People could donate to whoever they want to. At the end of the day, they going through, look at this family. They going through it, man. And a lot of the reason they going through it is because of what's going on online with this rhetoric that people are spewing irresponsibly, making it about race. Every time you make it about race, you put them in jeopardy. Her daughter scared to sleep and go to school or whatever, because racism in America is like a powder puff waiting to explode at any time. And after y'all niggas done blowing smoke on the internet, the families of Austin and Karmelo suffers. Okay?
or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly.
And it don't matter what y'all do with y'all money. I hate to see this sister going through that and her husband and hearing what her kids got to deal with. Wouldn't nobody care if y'all didn't make it about race every day? You know what I mean? Y'all should be ashamed of yourself, man. Because y'all could get on here and do all that on the internet. They can't. They didn't make no decision for Karmelo. Karmelo's 17 years old. He should have walked away. That's what we're talking about. Conflict prevention. If she could tell her son, if he could tell his son, walk away, you don't think they would have told him to do that? To avoid all of this that they got to deal with? Let's teach our children better. Don't make the same mistakes. Don't sit up there and stab somebody because they said something you don't like. If they hit you, just hit them back. You ain't got to unalive them and hit them with an object. What these people going through in the state of Texas, of all places, and they living in a predominantly white neighborhood in Frisco, more than likely. Why would you fan the flames of racism? See, you niggas, y'all don't know how to read the room well. I saw this coming a mile away. They gonna have to bear the brunt of this. They ain't even gonna too much mess with Karmelo like that, but the family suffers. And y'all ain't finna go down there to Frisco, Texas and offer no security for them. But y'all should. Since y'all got all this smoke on the internet talking about racism when it don't apply, let it fly.
In the reality We were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a 2-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, we will not speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day. There's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in the legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
Man, that's terrible, man. It's terrible what this family is dealing with, man. It breaks my heart to see that sister, tearful eyes just pull her heart out and offer sincere condolences to the family of Austin McClain. See, it ain't about black and white. And I told y'all when we first started covering this, and we're going to do a live tomorrow about this. Yeah. Because see, after the smoke clear, and after you niggas get your numbers up and all that, race baiting, the families of Austin and Karmelo suffers, man. Y'all get it now? Y'all starting to learn how to roll with me. I'm gonna teach you how to read the room, man. I'm from Chicago. I see it before it happened. And I saw this before it happened. And my thoughts and my prayers go out to both families. But yeah, man, this wasn't about innocent and guilt tonight. This was about the reason why we promote conflict resolution with the young people. We shouldn't be trying to make Karmelo a hero. You know what I'm saying? People could donate whatever they want and all that, but you got NBA young boy donating them allegedly. Like, what does that say to other kids coming up? Oh, that's how I get attention? I should go out here and unalive somebody unjustifiably to get attention, to get somebody like NBA young boy allegedly to notice me? That's what we teaching the youth nowadays. When I was coming up, I run in the house a bully. Boy, if you don't go back outside, if you come back in here crying, you better go fight them or I'm going to beat your ass. That's where we grew up, right? But man, Karmelo family seems like good people, man. Austin McClain and his family, prayers go out to the father, the mother, the twin brother. It's tragic, man. Hey, well, this is your boy Jay Taylor, Voices for the Voiceless. We love y'all. Peace and blessings. We'll talk to you soon. One love.